Portugal against Uruguay tomorrow evening. Portugal need a win. If they get a win in this group, they're most likely through. And listen, I was not happy with that Ghana performance the other day. I was not happy with it. And Portugal need to up the level. They need to up the level to win and to get past the group, really. I mean, I want us to get first place. Brazil are definitely going to finish first in their group after the performance we saw the other day from them, especially in the second half. I expect top-level performances from Portugal in this game, okay? Uruguay are a good team. They're a good team. They still got the likes of Cavani, Suarez. Yes, they may not be at the level they were 5-10 years ago, but let me tell you something. These are experienced players. Darwin Núñez, yes, didn't have a great game in the first game of the group stage against Korea, but I still expect a difficult game against Uruguay. It could be one of those games which is very cagey. You know, you got two good quality teams. I do think on paper we have the better team in terms of quality and depth. However, as we saw against Ghana, some of these players will make individual mistakes. Sometimes the manager will not get the right substitutions or the right lineup. In this case, let's get straight into the lineup, all right? In my opinion, we need to play João Palhinha and we need to play Nuno Mendes. I don't mind seeing Cancelo left back, but we need Nuno Mendes. Defensive stability from Nuno Mendes, very good defender, very good 1v1s, and a great crosser of the ball. He's good everywhere, really, Nuno Mendes. I want to see him play in this game. And for me, look, this is my lineup for the game against Uruguay, okay? We need to win this game, and I think we need to be smart in our approach. And for Santos, listen, don't be delusional. Fernando, don't do it, please. Diogo Costa in goal. I know he made a mistake, but look, for me, he's better than Rui Patricio just by a bit. I think Rui Patricio actually is a very experienced goalkeeper, very good, very composed. He's got a lot of experience in international tournaments. And Diogo Costa, look, I think Rui Patricio might actually play one of these games in the knockout stages if Diogo Costa is maybe not putting up the performances we expect. And look, I want to see more from Diogo Costa in terms of his distribution. He's very, very, very talented in his distribution. And you know, when it comes to that shot stopping and the penalties, I expect Diogo Costa to do well in those situations. He deals well with that pressure, and we've seen it in the Champions League. Diogo Costa in goal, João Cancelo at right back. I wouldn't mind seeing Diogo Dalot, but we have to wait and see. João Cancelo at right back. Danilo is out for this game. News came out today. He's out for this game. He's injured. He got injured in training. I expect to see big performances from our defenders in this game because Uruguay will be going at us. Look, again, like I said, it could be cagey, it can be very central where the game could really play out in midfield only. I think it could be a game which will be very hard to create any top chances. Both teams will be a bit, especially Uruguay. I mean, the thing is, Uruguay have to go out in this game because they did draw to South Korea. They were not great. So I expect big performances, especially from the midfield and defence, because I do think that even though not much chances could be created, our defenders could get to a point where they get troubled. But then, you need your defensive midfielder to protect them. You will need your defensive midfielder, in this case, João Palhinha, in my opinion, or William, to have a big game, because it could be end-to-end, but end-to-end doesn't always mean chances created. It could just mean, listen, that way, no chances created, just passing around the midfield, getting into the attacking third, but not really getting that final ball off. So, for me, it could just be very sideways in this game, but we have to wait and see, okay? Antonio Silva, I want to see him play. Big stage for him. However, I think he'll play Pep if he's not injured. So, I think Antonio Silva, Ruben Dias, Nuno Mendes, Cancelo back four. I want to see João Palhinha. I want to see Bernardo Silva and Bruno Fernandes in midfield. And I want to see Rafael Leão, Cristiano Ronaldo and João Felix in a front three. Yes, João Felix is more of a diverse player, very adaptable in terms of formation. He can play in any sort of formation, in any sort of position in the front three, maybe even in attacking midfield, or even as a supportive striker or as a false nine. He's a very good player in terms of where he could play. Very fluid player. He can play pretty much anywhere. So I expect to see that front three in particular. Rafael Leão comes on, does very well. And Uruguay have an aging defence. Not very quick players, especially in midfield and defence. So you're going to need someone who can be direct and trouble that defence with pace. And I think Rafael Leão can do that. So this is going to be a tough game, guys. This is definitely going to be a tough game. I want us to be direct. I want us to be confident. I want us to keep the ball and be very efficient in possession. We need to be efficient in possession in this game because Uruguay can pounce on us at any time. And Darwin Núñez, he makes awkward runs. He's a tough striker to deal against, whether he's playing on the wing or in the striker position, because again, awkward runs, very awkward runs. The timing of them sometimes can be odd. And again, a player who moves a lot, his movement is fantastic. And even though at Liverpool, yes, he started to come on towards this part of the season, but he started off a bit off, and he's still a young player. But if there's anyone who will stand out is in this World Cup. With experienced players like Suarez, Cavani, you can expect him to have good performances. So I think that we need to keep an eye on him. Ruben Dias needs to keep his eye on him. Antonio Silva as well, if he plays. But I think Pep will go. I don't mind Pep. I like Pep a lot. Experienced player, a winner. Physical, you already know about Pep. We don't need to do any explaining in terms of Pepe and his skills. So, guys, big game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Portugal victory. I'd be very happy with that result. Very happy with that result. That would leave Uruguay in the mud. They would need a win against Ghana. So, guys, let me know what you think. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Will Portugal get first in this group? Let me know.